Warning, the following video contains MLP-related content. It also contains at least one or more of the following: cursing, violence, immature jokes, funny reactions, or verbal, not safe for work content. If you do not wish to view anything that may contain any of these, please immediately go to your previous page. Otherwise, stick around and enjoy the show.
Hello everyone, Brony44 here, and I am back for another reaction. We're going off of, let's see. This reaction is going to be based off of one that I done not too long ago, actually. I had done a reaction for Sonic vs. Rainbow Dash, and it appears that I was right. I didn't actually read that comment wrong. There actually is a couple of follow-up ones to it, or it might be follow-ups. All I know is that there's basically two more that are like it. This one, which I'm going to be reacting to, which is Tails vs. Twilight, which is... I think this is kind of a stupid fight. But, I'll get to that in a minute. And then the other one, which I'll react to later, is, it's Amy versus Pinky. Alright. Now, I think Tails versus Twilight is a bit dumb, because Twilight's got magic. She literally can just restrain Tails with her magic powers, and he can't do shit. She has mastery of one of the most basic spells, which is levitation. And literally all she has to do is levitate Tails up into the air, and it'll restrain him from movement. She's shown numerous times that she's capable of levitating someone and restricting their movement. Just do that. There's no fucking way Tails can win if he's like that. Then you have a whole arsenal of spells and stuff that you can do. Like, shit. And it's even more of a no contest if we're talking about Alicorn Twilight. But since we're not, I'm still going to say Twilight's going to win by a lot. At least in a real sense, but I don't know how they're going to do it here. But let's go ahead and find out and see how this works. But if they don't do another one of cheesy, oh, it's a tie, or oh, it's no way to find out because something else happened, then I hope they have Twilight win, because that's how I think it would happen. Let's start. 3, 2, 1, go. Miles Tails Power, Twilight Sparkle. Hi.
That was a very odd recovery.
What was so odd about it?
Just hold still, this will only hurt for a second.
I don't know. It just seemed odd to me. So, smart one in your
Amy's still stuck in Pinky.
Oh! Smart one amongst your friends?
Yeah, sometimes I feel like I'm the only smart one. I mean, Sonic jumps into things without thinking. All Amy thinks about is Sonic. Shadow has too much amnesia to think, and Knuckles doesn't think at all.
I totally understand. I mean, it's awesome being the smartest, and the most organized, and the best at magic, and arguably the most stylish. Kinda lost my train of thought, but you get the point. Besides,
wow,
I'm
great
sure
genius
you're
you are.
good at magic too.
I don't really believe in magic.
What?
I mean, what do you think
God.
I am, 7? I'm not. I'm 8. And magic is just for little kids.
Are you kidding? Magic is the reason we all exist. Magic is the reason we have a black colt as president. Well, technically he's a zebra, but people treat
Sorry, Twilight. I just don't see any evidence that magic is real.
Oh, yeah? Well, how about this?
Psh, big deal. I invented a teleportation device last week.
What
That's
the?
science, not magic.
Fine. Well, what about this?
Levitation, bitch.
So some ponies developed psychokinesis. In 200 years, everyone will have psychokinesis. Sure, they'll be annoying and have marijuana-shaped hair, but still.
There's just no...
There was no logic behind that at all. You literally just pulled a sentence out of your ass and called it logic.
Okay then, Stephen Hawking. How about this?
Oh god. That just happened.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean for it to be that powerful. I thought it'd just tweak your shoulder a bit. I didn't mean to.
Oh god. Mega Buster! Well, this suddenly happened. I like how Tails' weapon of choice is the fucking Mega Buster. Like, such a ripoff. Really? What is this? Dragon Ball Z? Fucking big random nosebleed. Fucking beam struggle. What the fuck? You're gonna have to go to the hospital again, dumbasses.
So, you need physical evidence that magic is real.
Correct.
Well, what if I told you I am friends, no, best friends, with a princess who controls the rising and setting of the sun?
I'd walk away slowly, call 911, and have you sent to a mental institute.
Spike!
How did I get here?
Write a letter to Princess Celestia telling her to meet me here.
Look, Twilight, I don't care how magical you are. It's not working. I mean, unless Princess Celestia appears behind me and teleports me to the moon. Maybe Christianity isn't complete bullshit.
Fuck you, Tails, you lose!
That's boring.
Yeah!
That's slightly less boring.
Alright, yes! In my book, Tails lost. A lot. Woo! Yes, I was right! Tails loses. Awesome. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't hate Tails as a character. He's actually a really cool character. I like him a lot. But in terms of a battle between Tails and Twilight, there's no fucking way that Tails would have stood a chance. No. And, I mean, if you're talking about maybe wisdom, like, you know, who's smarter between the two, yeah, I could say that Tails could, you know, hold his own very well against Twilight, because they are both fucking smart as shit. And in some cases, Tails actually outsmarts Twilight. Well, you know, at least I would think that he does. I mean, because, you know, they're not in the same show, but just some of the things that he plans out are pretty damn complex, and at the same time, so does Twilight. But both of them sometimes have their own errors and their own thoughts sometimes. Like, sometimes they make a plan, but then something about it, like, they sometimes forget, like, a crucial detail, and they're like, well, fuck. Something like that. Like, for example, Twilight just kind of, it's like, oh, okay, well, alright, let's use an example. Twilight's, when she tried to go tame that dragon in, fuck, what is it, season 1? Something like that? Like, we're talking, like, old school Twilight. Like, her main plan was to have Fluttershy, you know, talk, you know, calm him down or whatever, or get it to leave. But when Fluttershy didn't want to do it or whatever, she had no backup plan. Tails in some cases, he has some plans, definitely. Mostly, or whatever, he kind of heavily relies on Sonic to execute most of the planning, or most of the plan himself. But, he does come up with thorough and elaborate plans, but sometimes he doesn't have backup plans. Sometimes. He does at some points. But basically what I'm trying to say is that they're both really smart, so I don't know who would win in a... You know, I don't know who I could say is smarter between the two. And I'm talking about, you know, I'm not talking about this version of Tails or this version of Twilight in terms of that, because, you know, Tails didn't believe in magic. And yet, he's got a fucking magical talking horse right in front of her, or pony right in front of her. It's like, really? Really? But fucking hell, that was the best way to end it, though. Like, unless unless Princess Celestia teleports behind me and then sends me to the moon, bah! He's gone. Yes, so happy about that. For once, one time only so far, Celestia has done something that I liked. She trolled the fuck out of Tails. Like, that was great. Tails just looking down at the planet from the moon. He's just like, fuck. Now what? Technically, he does have that teleporter thing that he pulled out of his ass during his conversation with Twilight before. But, does it have enough power to get him from the moon to, you know, where he was? Who knows? He may just be stuck there for always in eternity. Who knows? But, this is a really nice... This is actually pretty cool. Huh. Yeah. This fight was actually strange. Like, it kind of just escalated without even meaning to, in a way. Like, Twilight was just trying to do whatever she could, just, you know, prove to Tails that, you know, magic was real or something. But, she ended up trying to use a spell on him, you know, just to, like, make him acknowledge that it was real. But she put too much power behind it by accident and ended up hurting him. And, you know, you could tell that she didn't mean to do it. She was really trying to apologize. But Tails just like, alright, fuck it. Now you fucked up. Mega Buster arm. Fire. And just shit started kicking off from there. It's just like, oh gosh, here we go. And I thought they were going to need another trip to the hospital. Because, you know, how wounded they were when they were just laying on the ground after the big explosion. But then they just stood right up from it, and you saw no scratches, no cuts, no anything on them. It's just like, what the hell was the point of the hospital trip when you went there before, when Sonic and Rainbow Dash had their race? Like, in both situations, you were completely fucked up. So, if you're capable of just standing up, regardless, and instantly getting healed, then why did you go to the hospital in the first place? I don't know. But, we have one more to watch, but I'm saving that for a later time, and that's going to be for Amy versus Pinkie Pie. I'm curious as to what they're going to do. I'm very curious to how that's going to work, and I feel like it's going to be something pretty damn cool. But, like I said, that's going to be for a future time, but for now, that's going to be it for this reaction. So, if you enjoyed this video at least half as much as I did, then leave a like down below. And if you have not done so already, because you know, why would you not? Then you can click up here in order to subscribe. And that'll let you stay up to date on any content I make in the near future, because I intend to update this stuff fairly frequently, and maybe you know when it was out. So, without further ado, this is Brony 44 saying, see you guys later.